Hello, my friend, and welcome back. It's Wednesday morning. I'm outside. It feels beautiful right now. I wish I could go for a walk. Really long vlog today. Well, I had a lot of footage. I had over an hour of footage. I knew I talked a lot. Yesterday was definitely a talkative day, and I had multiple topics. I ended up obviously deleting a bunch of stuff, but I also saved 18 minutes of deleted clips for the tier 3 members, which I still have to upload last week's. I'm so bad about that. I make the video, or I pull the clips over to another timeline, but I'm so tight for time in the mornings that I don't always make the deleted clips for the tier 3 members, so I apologize for that. I did make it yesterday. I have another 18-minute one for you as well, so I'm gonna try and get that up today so you guys can watch it the same day that this video came out. Anyway, I got the hour of footage down to 30 minutes, so we still have a 30-minute vlog. So it's encoding right now. It's going to take about 30 minutes or so to encode. Then I still have to do the title, thumbnail, and all that stuff. And so, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to just hit the upload, do the bare minimum that I have to do here, and then start driving to the warehouse and finish the vlog at the warehouse, which sucks because I'm at work and then there's distractions, there's things to do. But anyway, yeah, Tiff's up. She's been getting up at 5. Pretty consistently, but the last couple of days she's been getting up at 5:45 or 5. She's basically when she wakes up now. She's not like laying around, so we get to see her for an extra 15 minutes, drink my coffee with her, which was nice. We don't ever get to do that very often. But anyway, welcome to Wednesday. Let's go. It's really nice out there. I'm jealous of your morning walks. Hello, Turd Biscuit. This little girl dropped a turd on the floor for some reason. Yeah. Little nugget. I have no idea I let her out to the bathroom, and then she came back inside, and I sat back down on my computer, and I've been editing for the last hour. Tiff comes over, and she goes, "What is that? Is that a turd?" I was like, "What?" And there was literally a turd on the floor. I'm like, "What?" I think she wasn't done pooping, and she walked in, and it fell out of her butt. I don't know. Old lady, I'm telling you, that's why I have a baby gate up.
The heat has created life-threatening conditions. The event had to be canceled halfway through the reading of the names.
Listen, everybody, we canceled it. We have 50 patients.
So summer's officially here. It started last week, but here, obviously in Arizona, it gets hot way sooner than the rest of the country. But as the news was just reporting, we're in a heat wave right now. Places that don't normally have temperatures this hot this early are already hitting those temperatures early. And I had this conversation with somebody last year. You know, being born and raised here in Phoenix, air conditioning is just standard. Everyone has air conditioning. Like, you don't own a home. There's no building in this city, in this I was gonna say state, but obviously up north is different. But down in the Phoenix metropolitan area, there is not a building that does not have air conditioning, some form of air conditioning. You have to. You literally would not be able to survive indoors during the summer. But there's large portions of this country that do not have air conditioning. Pacific Northwest, the Northeast. Like, I hear a lot of times how New York and Jersey, like, there's a lot of places that don't have air conditioning. They just have to have their windows open. So when it's hot outside, it's hot everywhere. And of course, then you got the humidity you have to deal with, which thankfully is something we don't have to deal with most of the year. Our monsoon season, starts up in July typically. And August is usually the worst month. I want to say last year was pretty mild. I feel like we did not have too many humid days. We definitely didn't get hardly any rain last year. But yeah, typically like end of July through August is the muggiest, worst, I would say the worst month of the year because of the high humidity along with the still the triple digits and the hot weather. But you go to Florida, you go to Tennessee, that little pocket of the South, woo! It's brutal, man. It's brutal. I'm busier on the freeway this morning. So like I said, today's vlog was a long one. I had over an hour of footage, got it down to about 30 minutes. Took just under 40 minutes to encode. I was running late, so as soon as I hit upload, I did all the checks and everything I needed to do, hit save, and I left. Rolling the dice that I can create a thumbnail with the AI tool, because I didn't save an image for a thumbnail, so cross my fingers on that. But I get to the warehouse and I go to open up the app to YouTube to finish the vlog, and it's still uploading. It still says it's like only at 30%. I'm like, what the hell? It's been almost an hour. Like, it should be done. So then I do my work. I get in the car. I come over here. I pull it up one more time. It's at 40%. I'm like, what is going on? So I text Tiffany. I said, can you check my laptop, please? Like, what the hell is going on? She opens it up. All of a sudden, it just not opened up, but unlocked it, right? Like, got into it. She sends me a picture. It says it's going to take 2.5 hours to upload. Like, something's wrong with the internet. Like, the internet's bogging down, the router, whatever. And I rebooted my computer just for the off chance. I've had that happen a couple times where, like, for whatever reason, the connection to the Wi-Fi isn't very good. So I rebooted the computer. All of a sudden, it starts. I have a little network speed monitor, right? So it's all of a sudden, she says, "Oh, now the number's going up," and it just went from 2 hours to 40 minutes. So clearly, there was something up with the computer, and it wasn't uploading at full speed. So she just said, "Now it says 30 minutes." And I said, "Okay, well now it's back to its normal speed, but it's still, it's going to take 20 to 30 minutes to finish its upload because of how big the file is and everything." I'm just like, "Oh, of course." Giant upload, giant edit, and I'm having slow internet. Anyway, I bought a box of Uncrustables the other day, and it's a nice little treat in the car here. Decent sized shop today at Depot. Not too crazy, but again, Costco was like 4 items or whatever. Should be a pretty big shop this afternoon though at Costco. Costco's usually our bigger shop of the two, but we'll also pick up some to-go boxes. We're getting low, and because my brother has the big truck, we'll pick up some pallets of boxes and to-go stuff. So yippee-ki-yay. Well, hey, look, Costco's below $3 finally. It's only end of June. 2:30 on the road. It was a busy freaking day, dude. I don't remember. Did I say it was gonna be busy today? I know Monday I knew it was gonna be busy. I don't think we knew. Even my brother Austin, we literally just got done 10 minutes ago. He was like, dude, what the hell? It was so busy today. I'm like, I know. Our youngest brother Travis, he called out. Unfortunately, he woke up this morning with a splitting headache, or sometime in the middle of the night, he woke up with a splitting headache, an actual migraine, which is rare. My mom gets them really bad. She's had them her whole life. I remember growing up, I remember my mom being in bed crying because her head hurt so much. So it definitely has some hereditary there. Thankfully, as of now, none of us get them. I can only say that I've had a full-blown migraine maybe like 2 times my entire life. Austin used to get them a lot, doesn't get them anymore, and it's real rare for Travis to get them. But anyway, he got one this morning, so he called out. We had our part-timer come in and fill in, but it's just one of those things where not everyone's created equal, right? When you got one of us doing something, and I honestly can't put myself in this a lot because when it comes to this stuff on the dock, I'm not as efficient as Austin and Travis are. I do different things. I take care of customers. I do the shopping. I do that sort of thing. But anyway, even though we got the part-timer to come in, it's not Travis, and so things just didn't run as smoothly, as fast, as efficient. So anyway, it was a busier day. We had to go do our big shop for the afternoon, but we also picked up 2 pallets of boxes. So it just took longer to do everything. Anyway, we're done though. We're done for the day. I'm headed home. Got to go to the gym day, that sort of thing. And Tiff is really excited about her dinner tonight. We're doing another kind of Asian new recipe, new spin on something she makes often. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I love Asian food, and just overall in a good place. It's broken record. I know the pendulum swings, right? Good week, bad week, good week, bad week, good couple days, bad couple days, whatever. We're on that swing of good days. So things are moving and grooving right now. One of the things I did want to talk to you about is the thumbnails. I meant to ask this yesterday, but after dropping today's video, it's actually more relevant to talk about it today. What are your guys' thoughts on my new thumbnails recently? I've been using a tool. I've had access to this tool for a while, but it just keeps getting better and better. Obviously, AI keeps getting better and better, and you usually have to pay for the good stuff, right? You have to pay for good AI tools. The free stuff gets you by. You can ask it in questions and queries and stuff like that. But when you want the really good stuff, you got to pay for it. I currently have 3 AIs that I use, 2 of which I pay for, bundled into a package of something else that I pay for, and the one specifically for YouTube is vidIQ, right? So I pay for Boost, and I originally paid for Boost for a couple of tools, but they just keep adding to the tools, and specifically their AI tools just keep getting better and better. It's great for titles, descriptions, and now thumbnails. And it also does clipping, so I can feed it one of my vlogs and it'll make shorts for me. It's great. It's awesome. It is hands down one of the best investments. The only investment I'm putting into my content creation right now, and it's fantastic. So I've been using their AI thumbnail generator, and the more I play with it, the more I realize the cool stuff that I can do with it. So, for example, today's vlog, I actually used one of Roman Atwood's thumbnails to put him in my thumbnail, and it the tool did that automatically. And so I don't know, I've always been against making thumbnails. Like, honestly, like for vlogs, I always felt like using a thumbnail, using a screenshot from the vlog is always the best. The problem that I have personally with that is I don't script my vlogs. I don't plan anything, and unless I pose or have someone pose for a thumbnail, which we used to do. We used to try to do, I should say. It wasn't every day. I have to literally scrub through the timeline and find a frame with my dumb face that's not blurry, that's in focus, that's got a decent expression. Everything has to be perfect, right? The lighting, the exposure, the background, the composition. And when I'm vlogging, I'm not thinking about any of that shit, right? This is just raw, real. And so thumbnails have always been one of the most difficult things for me, because a good thumbnail is created, a good thumbnail is planned. Hell, the best creators create their title and thumbnail before they even shoot their video, right? It doesn't work for a day in the life vlogger. So anyway, I'm able to, once I have my vlog done, I'm able to prompt the AI what kind of thumbnail I'm looking for. And obviously the more information I give it, the better results I get. Sometimes I don't prompt it anything. Sometimes I go, here's the video I'm doing, here's the title, create me a thumbnail. And I'll have to hit that thing like a dozen times to get a decent thumbnail out of it. The last couple of weeks I've been using it more and more, trying to make better thumbnails. And like I said, it's gotten to the point now where I realize that I can upload my own images. I can reference other people's thumbnails and say, make a thumbnail for me with this face, but in this style. It's awesome. So I'm just curious. I'm going to keep doing it because at this point it's an experiment, because the tool tells me that these thumbnails rank higher than my thumbnails. Every time I upload a video, it ranks my title and my thumbnail and my description and a bunch of other things. It ranks them and tells me, statistically how good is this information. So it creates me these titles and these thumbnails, and they're high ranking. So statistically, I should be benefiting from these, and that's something that I'm hoping to see 30 days, 60 days from now, but I have to kind of stick with it. So very unnatural for me to use these tools. But then again, if I hired somebody, it'd be the same thing, right? If I hired an editor, it wouldn't be me editing anymore, right? If I hired a thumbnail artist, which I get emails every week I get emails for editors and thumbnail artists. Your videos are great, but you could do better with your thumbnails. Well, guess what? I'm now, I have an artist, an AI artist making me thumbnails. So, I don't know. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on them. The biggest thing about the thumbnails that I want to point out is these thumbnails are not designed for my core audience. They're not designed for the real ones. If you're a real one, cucumber. cucumber. If you know, you know. These thumbnails are not for the real ones. These thumbnails are for those who only pay attention to thumbnails, right? The thumbnails that Bryce are in, that Sierra's in, the thumbnails that the four of us are in, doing something, right? If I threw a dirt bike into a thumbnail, that video would get more views. You know, it doesn't matter what the video is about. If I said dirt bikes and had a thumbnail of a dirt bike, I'd get more views than my normal vlog, right? These thumbnails are for those people. Hopefully, they see this thumbnail, it's bright, it's attracting, which again, it ranks and tells me that it's a good thumbnail. Hopefully it entices them to click through more of my vlogs. That's the idea behind this, right? There's definitely a portion of my audience that don't like the boring thumbnails. It's too easy to pass by. It's too easy to scroll by, right? It's a boring thumbnail, which means it's a boring vlog. If I can get them to stop for just a split second and hover over the thumbnail for it to autoplay, right? Maybe, just maybe, they'll click through and watch it. Again, we're talking statistics. The tool tells me that these are statistically better thumbnails. They get more views, they get more clicks. So it just makes sense to make the best thumbnail I can. Now, I'm not going to use this tool for every single thumbnail. If I've got a banger thumbnail, if I got a solid thumbnail that I can pull and use out of my timeline, I will. But when I've got nothing, I'm going to use the tool. And so, you know, the real hardcore audience, they're going to watch every video no matter what anyways, right? They're the ones clicking on the notifications. They're the ones checking their clock going, it's 6 a.m. Clint's vlog should be up. I'm going to go watch it, right? And you're going to watch it no matter what. You don't even look at the thumbnail. You're just like, oh, there it is. Boom, click, watch, you know? You're hitting that thumbs up before you even start watching, right? Before I even say good morning, you already hit that thumbs up. So the thumbnails are not for you. The thumbnails are for those who don't normally watch or have never watched one of my vlogs in the first place, right? Again, if they see a thumbnail that's somewhat appealing, maybe they're more likely to check me out for the first time. It's all part of the game, baby. It's all part of the YouTube game. We're playing the game. I will admit, though, I do prefer the all natural. If I could use this as my thumbnail and it would get the clicks, I would. But it doesn't, so I can't. I know Tiffany's doing Asian for dinner tonight, but barbecue. That's worth at least checking the menu, right? So I need to do a podcast episode. That's been kind of the number one request. The number one request is another podcast episode. I think it's been, let's see, it usually tells me on this homepage here. No, I think it's been like 3 weeks, going on 4 weeks. So I apologize for that. I started going down the rabbit hole, watching more vlogs, and really that's where my brain goes. Just what am I into, right? Whether it's a video game or streaming or consuming content. I'm going to pull up my outline here and see if I'm ready to rock and roll and if I'm ready to sit down and record the podcast episode. So Tiffany whipped this up pretty fast. How long was it? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess about average. She did it all by herself. I've been like head down playing with thumbnails and AI stuff. It's been pretty fascinating. But anyway, what is this called?
Egg roll in a bowl.
Egg roll in a bowl. She makes egg roll stir fry all the time. This is a little different recipe. It smells amazing. I'm so excited. Nope, no carbs. We're going noodleless, riceless. Honestly, it's just meat, veg, and there's cauliflower rice in here. So I'm happy. Got some green onions, some toasted sesame seeds, a little sriracha, and we are golden. All cleaned up from dinner, showered. It's pretty early actually. It's only 7 o'clock, which is early for us to hit the couch. So we're just gonna do our thing. Eventually have our little dessert. Tiff will go to bed. I'll put my orders in, and I think I'm gonna try and get a head start on the vlog and get at least the footage imported. I did that same thing last night. I had the footage imported last night just to speed things along. Didn't get to the podcast tonight, but I did do the outline. I thought I had the outline already done. I didn't. I did the outline today, so should be able to record the podcast tomorrow. 9 p.m. Just wrapping things up in here in the office. Put my orders in for the night. Scrolling X, catching up on some stuff. Crazy day, but we made it through it and ended on a good evening. Great dinner, great conversations with Tiffany. Had some good laughs. Just changing my perspective on some things. YouTube, my free time, my relationships with people. I really wish I know what the terms are, and it's like I really need to do some research on things just so I could articulate the way I feel, the way I think sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I bounce a lot, right? We talk about the pendulum swinging a lot, but it's more like a bounce. And I know the analogy or the metaphor is you hit rock bottom, right? You have to hit rock bottom before you can rise back up. It's not necessarily that. It's more like a rubber mat. Like I hit a rubber wall and I bounce, but I have to hit the wall, which of course hurts, jars you a little bit, and then you bounce back. Hard to explain, but maybe one day I will. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate you. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow.